Vinegar Syndrome Archive Collection, celebrating forgotten cinematic oddities from the video store era. This collection was inspired by their own brick-and-mortar video store, The Archive in Bridgeport. Unique to this line, each hand-numbered limited edition release will come fitted in a specially designed, bottom-loading VHS-inspired slipcase, while also including a double-sided poster. Whatever it takes, Neil is a DEA agent on the brink of suicide after a mistake while undercover leads to the accidental death of a young girl. In order to help Neil, his partner Dave agrees for the two of them to go back undercover on a federal case involving the distribution of a new, highly addictive steroid that is having grave consequences for its users. Once undercover, Neil finds himself immersed in the bodybuilding culture and soon falls for his new personal trainer, Marla. The stakes get higher as Neil moves deeper undercover and sets his sights on taking down the leader of the drug-dealing ring, the charismatic and ruthless Paulie Solano. A perfect example of the type of action movies that lined the video store shelves back in the 90s, Whatever It Takes is an exceptional shoot-'em-up, complete with fistfights, explosions, and beautiful women. Starring kickboxing champion Don the Dragon Wilson in one of his best roles, and co-starring comedian-turned-actor Andrew Dice Clay, Michael Bailey Smith, and the always entertaining Fred the Hammer Williamson in one of his more villainous roles. Vinegar Syndrome Archive is proud to present the Blu-ray debut of Whatever It Takes, newly restored in 4K from its original 35mm camera negative. Directed by Brady McKenzie, starring Don the Dragon Wilson, Fred Williamson, Andrew Dice Clay. 1998, 101 min, 1.85 per 1. English stereo. Additional info, region-free Blu-ray, newly scanned and restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative. Going for Control, brand new interview with actor Don the Dragon Wilson. I Am a Classic, brand new interview with actor Fred Williamson. Double-sided poster, limited edition of 5,000, reversible cover artwork, English SDH subtitles. The Grave. King and Tin are inmates in a North Carolina prison who overhear the story of The Grave, which promises buried treasure to anyone daring enough to embark on its quest. Naturally, the two break out of prison with the intent to dig up the mysterious loot, only to end up in a twisty crime and horror-filled saga involving fellow criminals, old flames, and a character known only as the Priest, played by Keith David. An idiosyncratic and highly entertaining entry in the post-Tarantino indie crime cinema of the mid-90s, Jonas Pate's clever amalgam of Southern Gothic, hard-boiled fiction, dark comedy, and tales from the crypt-esque horror yarn is utterly unique and elevated by an astonishing supporting cast including Eric Roberts, Gabrielle Anwar, Donald Logue, Giovanni Ribisi, and Anthony Michael Hall. Never released on Blu-ray, Vinegar Syndrome Archive is proud to present this overlooked genre oddity in a brand new 2K restoration from 35mm Vault Elements. Directed by Jonas Pate, starring Craig Sheffer, Josh Charles, Keith David, Eric Roberts, Gabrielle Anwar, Donald Logue, Giovanni Ribisi, Anthony Michael Hall. 1995 90 min, 1.851, English stereo. Additional info, Region A Blu-ray, newly scanned and restored in 2K from 35mm Vault Elements. Commentary track with writer-director Jonas Pate. Tales from Beyond the Grave, an interview with writer-director Jonas Pate. The Bottom Line, an interview with actor Keith David. Baptism by Fire, an interview with cinematographer Frank Prinzi. All the Way to the Morgue, an interview with effects artists Jeff Goodwin and Rick Poor. Ungraving the Score, an interview with composer Alex Werman. Double-sided poster, limited edition of 5,000. Reversible cover artwork, English SDH subtitles. Tiger Claws Trilogy. Produced by actor and martial artist Jalal Murhi, the Tiger Claws series has become a staple for the straight-to-video martial arts movies of the 90s. Complete with gunfights, fistfights, and the occasional car explosion, what sets the Tiger Claws series apart from other action films of the era are their appreciation for the martial arts and their focus on mysticism. Featuring strong performances from the always kick-ass Cynthia Rothrock, as well as genre favorites Bolo Young, Carter Wong, and Harry Mock, Vinegar Syndrome Archive is proud to present the Tiger Claws series on Blu-ray for the first time ever, scanned in 4K from their original camera negatives. Tiger Claws. When the bodies of local martial arts masters keep turning up with mysterious claw marks in their skin, NYPD detective and martial arts enthusiast Tarek Richards is put on the case. Tasked with trying to stop these killings, Richards is teamed up with a new partner, the no-nonsense Linda Masterson, who is quite capable of defending herself in a fight. Together, they must track down this mysterious serial killer and uncover the secret behind an ancient martial arts technique known as tiger claws. Tiger Claws 2. Now a detective in San Francisco, Linda Masterson is surprised to discover a new victim with the tiger claws markings on his body. After contacting her old partner NYC, Tarek Richards, Masterson soon learns that the killer they put away has escaped and more bodies have been turning up with similar markings. Richards and Masterson must team up again to stop these killings, but soon find themselves as part of an ancient underground martial arts tournament with mystical roots. Tiger Claws 3. When the spirits of 3 ancient martial arts masters are resurrected by a criminal named Stryker, it's up to detectives Tarek Richards and Linda Masterson to stop them. But when Masterson is quickly put out of commission, Richards must team up with Stryker's former teacher, Master Jin. Under the tutelage of Master Jin, Richards must unlock a secret ability that lives inside of him if he wants to defeat Stryker and his crew of mystical assassins. Directed by Kelly Macon, J. Stephen Maunder, starring Cynthia Rothrock, Jalal Mary, Bolo Young, Harry Mock, Carter Wong. 1991-2000, 275 min, combined 1.85.1 English stereo. Additional info: region-free 2-disc Blu-ray set, newly scanned and restored in 4K from their 35mm original camera negatives. Brand new commentary track with producer-actor Jalal Mary for all 3 films. Sharpening the Claws, a making-of documentary on tiger claws with actress Cynthia Rothrock and Jalal Murray. Martial Art Porn, a making-of documentary on Tiger Claws 2 with Cynthia Rothrock and Jalal Murray. Mystical Claws, a making-of documentary on Tiger Claws 3 with Cynthia Rothrock and Jalal Murray. Original video trailers for all 3 films. Double-sided poster, limited edition of 5,000, reversible cover artwork, English SDH subtitles. TC 2000. In the near future, a catastrophic environmental event has forced most people to live in underground facilities, and only the poor are left to live on the surface, forming gangs in order to survive. Jason Storm is part of an elite group of guards known as TCs, standing for Tracker Communicators, that are tasked with protecting the underground. But when a group of criminals led by Nicky Picasso infiltrate the underground and attempt to kill Storm's partner Zoe, Storm soon learns about an experimental program to turn the TCs into cyborgs. Teaming up with a freedom fighter from the surface named Master Sumai, Storm must stop Picasso and uncover who is behind a conspiracy to wipe out all the remaining people living on the surface world. A rare sci-fi martial arts film produced by action aficionado Jalal Murray, TC 2000 is as impressive with its complex futuristic world building as it is with its action choreography. Featuring Billy Blanks in one of his early leading roles, along with strong performances and fight scenes from co-stars Bolo Young, Jalal Murray, and Matthias Hughes, Vinegar Syndrome Archive is proud to present this unique martial arts film for the first time on Blu-ray and scanned in 4K from its original camera negative. Directed by T.J. Scott, starring Billy Blanks, Bolo Young, Jalal Murray, Harry Mock, Bobby Phillips. 1993-95 min, 1.851 English stereo. Additional info: region-free Blu-ray, newly scanned and restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative. Brand new commentary track with producer-actor Jalal Murray and actor Billy Blanks. An orgy of action, an interview with Jalal Murray. Jason Takes the Underworld, an interview with actor Billy Blanks. Archival electronic press kit, featurette. Archival electronic press kit, behind-the-scenes footage, double-sided poster, limited edition of 5,000, reversible cover artwork, English SDH subtitles. Fortress of America. Hidden deep in the forest next to sleepy Troma City, a band of ruthless mercenaries, the Fortress of America, have set up camp, practicing their violent tactics of war in preparation for an impending revolution. When the violence begins to take the lives of the townsfolk, John Whitecloud, a tough half-Indian with a bad reputation, decides to take matters into his own hands and protect his community. But facing as much animosity from the townspeople as from the mercenaries themselves, John quickly learns that he'll be fighting two battles. One of the gorier action films to be produced during Troma's golden age, Eric Luzel's Fortress of America offers up a non-stop barrage of brutality, beheadings, impalings, stabbings, and a copious amount of sex and nudity. A longtime casualty of dark and muddy VHS tapes, some containing the heavily censored R-rated version, Vinegar Syndrome Archive is proud to give Fortress of America the Blu-ray release it deserves and has newly restored it from its original 35mm negative. Directed by Eric Luzel, starring Jean LeBrock, Kasha, Kelly Bradley, David Crane, William J. Kulser. 1989, 100 min, 1.851 English stereo. Additional info, region-free Blu-ray, newly scanned and restored in 2K from its 35mm original camera negative. Back to the Woods, an interview with writer-director Eric Luzel. Chant with Me, an interview with actor Troy Froman. Big Dreams, an interview with actor Brad Roth. Double-sided poster, limited edition of 5,000. Reversible cover artwork, English SDH subtitles.